Hello everybody and welcome back. In the previous video we had implemented functions in our cloud storage service that allowed us to save an image to the Firebase storage service provided to us. So in this video we are now going to be tackling the problem of actually saving our users' information into the Firestore database once we've actually gone through registering the user and then uploading their image. The final step to the registration process is taking all of that information and then saving it into Firestore database so that it can be retrieved at a later point. So with that said, let's get into the video and let's see how to do it. So the first thing I'm going to do is that I'm going to go back to my database service, and my database service is going to be the point where I'm going to be adding the functions required for saving our users' information into the database. So the function that we're going to be working on is going to be a function which is going to be responsible for writing our users' information to the database, and the function is going to be called create user. So let's get into it and let's see how to do it. So I'm going to create a function which is going to return a future void, which means that it's just going to be a future which won't return anything. It'll be called create user, and we're going to be putting it inside of our registration page once we're done with it, and that's the final step to our registration process. So create user is going to get some information passed to it. The first is going to be a string, which is going to be the UID of the user. Following this, we'll also get a string, which is going to be the email of the user. Following this, we'll have a string, which will be the name of the user. Following this, we'll have a string, which is going to be the image URL. And with that done, we're going to close the parentheses. We're going to mark this function as asynchronous and we'll open it up. Inside of here, what I'll do is that I'll add a try catch block, and then inside of my catch block, I'll do what I do usually is just print the error to the console. And with this, we can actually now start working towards our try statement. So what we're going to do here is that it's very simple. We're going to do an await call where we're going to use the Firestore instance which we have saved in the DB variable, and then we're going to go to the collection, and the collection that we're going to go to is going to be the user collection. So remember, user collections is just a constant string that has the value of users, and then from there we are going to go to the document with the ID of the user, so that gets passed into as UID, and then there we are going to use a function known as set, and set is a function that is going to take the data of about a document and it'll overwrite any existing data, and if the document does not exist, then it'll create it. And then inside of the data, it expects the same thing as the function that we had written before for updating the user last seen time. It's a map of key value pairs, and the keys in this case are just going to be our email, which is going to be equal to the email that gets passed in. Then we're going to have our image, which is going to be equal to the image URL that gets passed in. Then we'll have our last active time, so last underscore active, and that is going to be equal to our date time dot now dot now dot to and now is actually a function dot to UTC. And then with this, we'll also have our name, which is going to be equal to the name that gets passed in. And with this, we can add a comma at the end, and then add a semicolon here, add a comma here, do Alt-Shift-F command, save, and we should be good to go. So now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to run my application, and once the application is running and on the simulator, then I am going to resume the video. Thank you. Well, hello everybody and welcome back. Now we have our application running on the simulator and there are no errors present. So I think it's a good time to end this video here. And now in the next video, we are going to take all of the functionality that we've implemented in the previous few videos and then integrate them into the registration page and get the process of registering our user completed. So with that, thank you for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next video.